Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV, Babagede Imo TV. I am Morire Rebila Lawal. First are the major headlines for the national news. Human life more important than protecting oil facilities. Akeredolu. Collapsed bridges, hundreds of Jigawa communities cut off. Terrorists invade Kogi community, kill 4, injure others. Over 20 passengers reportedly burned to death in Ibarapa. On sports, why LMC will no longer run LPFL again, FG. Now the news in detail. Governor Rotimi Akeredolu of Ondo State weekend clarified his position on the federal government allowing non-state actors engaged to protect the oil pipelines to bear heavy arms. He pointedly said that human life was more important than protecting oil facilities. Akeredolu said this while inaugurating newly renovated administrative building of the Ondo State Oil Producing Area Development, or SOPADEC, in Akure, the state capital. The state security outfit should be allowed to bear heavy arms to protect their people, like the non-state actors engaged to protect the oil pipelines. Let me, at this point, correct the impression that a few people, including some of my colleagues, governors, gave to my statement that I issued when I said we need to be armed. They don't really understand my position, and it's unfortunate, and my position is very clear. If your oil facilities need to be secured, is it more important than the life of our people? If you can allow government to carry gun, then allow Amotekun to carry gun to protect the people. It's not more than that. Human life is more important than your oil facilities, he declared. And to some parts of the northern Nigeria, hundreds of communities in Jigawa State have been cut off as a result of collapsed bridges and culverts in the state. Director Engineering Services, Jigawa Road Maintenance Agency, JIMA, Engineer Yusuf Abdullahi stated these while briefing newsmen on the state's emergency response to the affected communities. He said the agency, through the State Ministry of Works, was working on the provision of an alternative to the road users in all the affected areas. We have been working day and night to reclaim some roads, bridges, and reconnect the affected communities. Some of the roads damaged included Dutse Madubi Gambari, Kiyawa Jahu Jumbuju, Karnaya Gabarin, Cheche Ringim, Guru Kadara, Kiyawa Birnin Kudu, Gwaram Basirka, and Ringim Gidang Lage, among others, he said. Yusuf explained that the major challenge the agency was facing was how to access the damaged site and deploy equipment as flood continues to wreak havoc in the affected areas. Going to Kogi State, at least 4 persons have been reportedly killed, while 2 suspected and sustained injuries when suspected terrorists attacked them at Ofiapo along Idrisu Bagana Road in the Omela local government area of Kogi State. The terrorists were said to have attacked the victims while returning from Bagana Market on Thursday. The victims, who were many traders, were traveling on tricycles when the gunmen opened fire on them at a close range. The state police spokesperson, William Aya, who confirmed the incident, however, said one only tricycle rider was killed, while 2 others who sustained injuries were rushed to a medical facility in Abejikolo, headquarters of Omala, LGA. He said the Commissioner of Police, Edward Ebuka, had mobilized tactical squad and officers of the division to the scene to possibly fish out the perpetrators. The paramount ruler of Omala Local Government Area Traditional Council, Boniface Musa, the Ojoba of Ife, has condemned the act and prayed to God to give the family of the victim the fortitude to bear the loss. To another tragic event in Oyo State, Ibarapa, precisely. No fewer than 20 passengers were reportedly roasted alive on Friday as a result of a fatal accident in Ibarapa geopolitical zone in Oyo State. Daily Post gathered that the accident occurred Friday afternoon. Sources told Daily Post that the accident involved 2 vehicles, a commercial bus and a Sienna. The accident occurred at Lalate Maya Junction in Ibarapa, East Local Government area of Oyo State. The 2 vehicles, which were said to be traveling in different directions, collided and caught fire immediately. It's all said the only 2 passengers survived the accident, while others and the vehicles were raised beyond recognition. Chairman Ibarapa East Local Government, Honorable Benga Obalowo confirmed the incident. Obalowo, who led a rescue team to the scene of the accident, described it as pathetic and unfortunate. He used the opportunity to sympathize with the families of those who died in the accident. Obalowo, while speaking further, added that the two survivors are currently receiving medical attention at Awujobi Hospital in Erua. And finally, on the national news from BGI TV. The federal government has ordered the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, to withdraw the license of the League Management Company, NMC, and the control of the Nigeria Professional Football League, NPFL. In a statement issued by the Permanent Secretary on Friday of the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, Federal, Ismaila Abubakar, has explained that it was taken in review of the several unpleasant incidents regarding the management of the Football League, specifically the declaration of the Nigeria Football League NFL as an illegal body by a court. This decision has become necessary because of the obvious aberration, which is at variance with our football status or the laws of the land, whereby a private company is gifted the mandate to manage or run the league indefinitely without the full involvement of and leadership by the clubs, and avoid any process to monitor the progress and development of the game, the statement read. Sequel to the above, and in order to rescue our domestic football from total collapse, the board of the LMC and the NMC as a body would no longer be recognized by the federal government as operator of the Nigerian Football Professional League. That concludes the national news from BGI TV. Before we go, some quick headlines. Human life more important than protecting oil facilities, Akeredolu tells FG. Collapsed bridges, hundreds of Jigawa communities cut off. And on sports, why LMC will no longer run NPFL, again, FG. For more updates on YouTube, our social handle on YouTube is Baba Bagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell, select option all to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page for you to enjoy our broadcast. On Instagram, Bagede Imo _22. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and functions both outdoors. The phone number streaming on your screen is a direct line to call strictly for advert placements. I am Morire Repila Lawa. Good afternoon.